This video is to help you avoid being bamboozled by the gobbledygook that the guarantor lenders might throw at you. I'm going to talk a little bit about what they want you to see and a little bit what they have to show you and how to decode that. What they want you to see is you're going to get a £15,000 loan for 36.9% APR. In reality, as few as 10 or maybe even 5% of people would actually get these numbers. What you need to do is think about whether you are going to get them or not. Let's just jump over to the term for APR, or annual percentage rate, for a second. This is one of the most useless concepts in lending. What is the APR? It is defined by the FCA, no less, as the internal rate of return from the cash flows of the loan. Helpful? No, not very helpful. So let's ignore APR for a second and go to some things which might be a little bit more useful. Now, what we're going to jump over to is the representative example. The representative example is there to help you. It's mandated by the FCA, but it's not that helpful in practice. The reason is it doesn't actually relate to your specific loan. If you want to know about your specific loan, you need to look at the pre-contract information. And there's a video about how you do that later on. What the representative example does tell you is something about a typical loan, in this case the £3,500 loan over 36 months. That's, I guess, an average loan that these guys offer. Now, what we'll do first is jump down to the thing which I just trashed a second ago. That is the representative APR. 49.7%. What does that actually mean? It just means that 51% of people will get that rate or better. So roughly speaking, you've got a 50-50 chance of getting something approximating that. You could go as low as 36.9, as I said. The top rate isn't included here. It's probably something like 79.9, maybe 69.9. Unlikely to be much higher for a guarantor loan. The next interest rate is a little bit more useful. This is the actual interest rate which is applying to this 49.7% APR. So if you divide this number by 12, you get about 3.4%. That's your monthly interest rate. So every month on your outstanding balance, you'll be paying 3.4% interest. And that's actually a real number if you've got the 49.7% APR. What that totals up to is you end up repaying £6,140 of £3,500. That's a lot of money, right? It's a lot more than £3,500. And the difference between what you borrowed, the £3,500, and the £6,140 is, you guessed it, interest. So let's look at that on a repayment level. Every month you repay £170.50. Rough on average, 97 of that is all fair square, it's repaying the money you borrowed, but £73 of that every month for 3 years is repaying interest or paying interest to the company. It's not easy to work out how much this is. There's a way you can approximate it, and that is by multiplying your loan term in years by your loan amount, by the interest rate, and then halving that or multiplying it by 0.5. This isn't exactly right, but if you write this maths down, it'll give you a rough idea of what the total interest you're going to pay is. Because this is actually complex maths, we've built a calculator which we've put on our website. So please have a look at that, and you can refer to that when you want a precise number of what your interest is going to be on your actual loan. It's an important number to focus on because with these kinds of loan, it can be really quite a big one, and it's important to internalize what it is that you're actually signing up for. What I'm going to do now is just have really a sort of brief recap of what the situation with guarantor loans are and what the sort of gobbledygook might mean. You know, an interest rate for your guarantor loan is big. It could be sort of 49%. That's a sort of average-ish amount, up to 79% though. Don't think the representative example is your loan. It's the pre-contract information you should look at. And the interest rate is what actually matters. That's the interest you actually get applied, not the APR. Total interest is the real number you care about. We showed you how to approximate it, but do come and look at our website and see the calculator. If this has been useful to you, we'd really appreciate it if you recommend us, write a comment, tell your friends, take out a poster and say how awesome we are. If not, you can tell us that too. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye until next time.